What's up guys, welcome back to Silicon Tech, and today we have on the channel Apple's HomePod Mini. Now I've been having a couple of HomePod Minis for a couple of months now, and I've been really impressed with this small speaker. Now if you live in a small to medium space, even having one of these in a room will probably be more than enough. They deliver very rich bass, so they punch above their weight class a lot, as well as the vocals. I mean, I haven't listened to, of course, all types of music on it, but for the musics that I listen to, which is primarily bass heavy, vocal heavy, as well as music with a lot of instrumentation, everything is really clear and really distinct. Now there can be some connection issues with the HomePod Mini because you'll need Wi-Fi for it to work, and you'll connect your Apple devices, so whether that be your iPhone or your iPad or Mac for that matter, through Apple Play. So for the most part, pretty much all of the audio that you can play on these devices, you can play it through the HomePod Mini. Now, the driver of the HomePod Mini is Siri, and if you know Siri, you know it can be hit or miss a lot of the times. I would probably say at least 70 to 75% of the time, the HomePod is able to get my Siri commands. It has really great microphones in it, and it can pretty much pick you up from anywhere if you're in a small or medium space. So the speakers and the microphones do really well when it comes to communicating with Siri. But like I mentioned, Siri will Siri, and it won't pick up a lot of things that you're saying a lot of the time. So just like on the phone, iPad, and the Mac, is gonna get what you say wrong from time to time. But most times when you repeat the command, it'll pick it up and everything will run smooth. Now I want to get into a listening test or an audio demonstration with the HomePod Mini. Now continuing on with music, this device will definitely work best if you're an Apple Music user. It does work with a few other platforms, but definitely with Apple Music, Siri will be able to understand you better in terms of the songs that you want to play, and it's quite speedy, and like I said, when Siri cooperates, it can be a very pleasant experience. And you can control the volume of the music with your voice. You can skip songs, repeat songs, go back. Pretty much any command that you'll have on the music player, you can do it with Siri. And of course you can next the HomePod Mini things like the weather, the time, and the local news through Siri. And depending on if you have the HomePod Mini connected to your phone, you can also use it to send and receive text messages, or read the text messages rather, as well as take phone calls on the HomePod Mini too. So once you accept the phone call on your iPhone, you can actually transfer that audio to the HomePod Mini. You can also do the transfer of music from your iPhone to the HomePod Mini as well. Now take a look at a couple of examples of Siri integration on the HomePod Mini. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 seconds.
5 seconds, counting down.
Hey Siri, set a reminder to take out the trash for 8 o'clock a.m. tomorrow morning.
Okay, your reminder is set for tomorrow 8 a.m.
Hey Siri, will it rain tomorrow?
It doesn't look like it's going to rain tomorrow.
Now one of the biggest features of the HomePod Mini is its home integration. Now, Apple has the Home app where you can do a range of things in your home in terms of like controlling the lights, setting temperature, unlocking doors. So pretty much all of the smart home features that you can find on Amazon and Google as well. But what makes the HomePod Mini so cool, of course, with that Siri and Home app integration, you can pretty much give voice commands. So if you do have lights, doors, temperature linked to the Home app, you can control them with the HomePod Mini. So if you're in room to room, don't necessarily have your phone, if a HomePod Mini is there, of course you can do those voice commands and control whatever you want in that room as long as it's linked to the Home app. Now the HomePod Mini is one of Apple's least expensive products, so it comes in at $99 US for one. And I think you get a lot of value from it just based off of what it can do with the home integration, Siri integration, as well as the great surprising audio quality from it. So when you're playing music and looking at movies with it too. So a lot of the times I'll pair the HomePod Mini with my iPad if I'm looking at a movie. And even though the iPad Pro speakers are great, I've always said that, but the HomePod Mini just gives a richer audio experience to me when it's paired with that iPad Pro and you're looking at movies with intense sound effects and things like that. And with that $99 price tag, I'm pretty sure Apple wants consumers to pick up more than one HomePod Mini, especially if they have multi-room, to just have a HomePod Mini in each room. I have a couple, and it's definitely a good experience having music playing throughout my space. So no matter which room I go in, I can have the same song playing as well as different songs. So you can have different songs in each room, and it makes a good experience, especially when you have visitors over and they're able to use Siri and things like that no matter where they are in your crib. But the biggest thing that holds the HomePod Mini back is definitely its dependence on Wi-Fi. So if you don't have any Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi connection goes out, Siri is basically useless. So even playing music from your different devices, iPhone, iPad, Mac, it won't work because without the Wi-Fi, it doesn't function. Now, a lot of people think that the HomePod Mini is a Bluetooth speaker, but it's not. So it needs that Wi-Fi, and it's an AirPlay device. So that's how it can communicate to things like the iPhone, iPad, and the Mac. So no Wi-Fi, no HomePod Mini, and that's definitely tough, especially when you get used to them. So you may have a routine where you're asking the HomePod Mini to play this different music, to read your reminders and things like that. So if your Wi-Fi connection isn't stable, then your HomePod Mini will also be that way. It's happened to me more times than not, being disconnected from the Wi-Fi and in turn being disconnected from the HomePod Mini. And it's annoying every time, and that's why I definitely miss other Bluetooth speakers to where that wouldn't be the case and I can continue on with my music listening experience. All in all, I think the HomePod Mini is a solid little speaker. I've enjoyed using it the couple of months that I've had it, and it's definitely something that's like integrated into my routine now. So I find myself using it every day without even thinking about it. And as I mentioned before, that's what makes it being connected to Wi-Fi and being disconnected sometimes all the more frustrating. But you can definitely get a lot of function out of it if you know how to use it. Let me know what you think about the HomePod Mini in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. As always, be easy and peace.